What if everything you believe about normal money habits is completely wrong? Think about it. How often do you quietly compare yourself to other people? Maybe when you check your bank account, or when you see someone your age traveling, buying a car, or upgrading their lifestyle. It makes you wonder, am I behind, or am I actually doing okay? The truth is, most people don't actually know what average looks like when it comes to money. We guess, we assume. We compare ourselves to what we see online, but that picture is usually incomplete. So in this video, we're going to break that illusion. We'll look at what's really happening behind the scenes, how much people earn, how they spend, what they save, and where they struggle. Some of these numbers might surprise you, some might make you feel relieved, and others might force you to rethink everything you're doing financially. Either way, by the end, you'll have a much clearer idea of where you stand, and, more importantly, what to do next. Let's start with income, because that's where everything begins. Most people assume the average worker is doing pretty well. But in reality, the typical full-time income sits somewhere around the middle, not high, not low, just average. And here's the key. That number is before taxes. Once taxes and deductions kick in, what actually lands in someone's bank account is a lot less than they expected. Suddenly, that decent salary doesn't stretch as far as it seemed. But income alone doesn't tell the full story, because what really matters isn't how much people earn, it's what they do with it. Now let's talk about something that quietly determines your future: retirement savings. Here's where things start to get uncomfortable. A huge number of people are either saving very little or nothing at all. Some haven't even started. And even among those who have saved, the totals are often far lower than what you'd expect for a comfortable future. Think about that for a second. Years, sometimes decades of working, and yet the safety net at the end isn't nearly as strong as people assume. It highlights one simple truth: most people are not preparing well enough for the long term. So if retirement savings are weak, maybe people rely on something else. That something else is often government support. But here's the reality. Those payments are designed to support, not fully sustain a lifestyle. They can help cover basics, but they're rarely enough to fund a comfortable, stress-free retirement on their own. Which means one thing: if someone doesn't build their own savings, they're taking a serious risk with their future. Now let's bring this back to everyday life. Spending. Because this is where money quietly disappears. The average household spends thousands every month just to maintain a normal lifestyle. Housing takes the biggest slice, then food, then transportation. And before you know it, most of the income is already gone. What's left? For many people, almost nothing. And that's the trap. You don't need to make a terrible income decision to struggle financially. You just need to spend everything you earn, consistently. And then there's debt. Credit cards in particular are one of the biggest hidden problems, not because they exist, but because of how they're used. Small purchases here and there don't feel like much, but over time they stack up. Add high interest rates and suddenly people are paying extra money just for the privilege of being in debt. That's money that could have been building their future, but instead it's holding them back. Now let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture: net worth. This is the number that really tells the truth about your financial life, not your salary, not your lifestyle, not what people think you have. Just one simple equation: what you own minus what you owe. And when you look at the averages, you start to notice something interesting. Building wealth isn't about dramatic, overnight success. It's about consistency over time. Small decisions repeated over years slowly create a gap between those who move forward and those who stay stuck. Here's something even more surprising. The average person saves only a small percentage of their income. That might sound reasonable at first, until you realize how many financial goals that money is supposed to cover. Emergencies, big purchases, a home, retirement. When savings are spread that thin, progress becomes slow and sometimes non-existent. So what does all of this really mean? It means average isn't as strong as people think. In fact, in many cases, average is struggling. And that's actually good news, because it means you don't need to do anything extreme to get ahead. You don't need a perfect strategy. You don't need a massive income. You just need to be slightly more intentional than the average person. Spend a little less, save a little more, avoid unnecessary debt, invest consistently. Do that over time, and the results won't just be better than average. They'll be dramatically different. At the end of the day, this isn't about comparing yourself to others. It's about understanding the reality most people are living in and deciding whether you want to follow that path or choose a better one. Because now that you know what normal looks like, you have a choice: stay average or build something better.